What's going on, you guys? Today we're learning the first solo to the legendary song Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. David Gilmour's solos on this are immaculate, but before I show you the first one, I did want to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. This solo starts with our middle finger on the 11th fret of the G string, and our first finger barring across the 10th fret of the B and the high E strings. You strum this slowly or pick it fast, however you want to look at it. We want each of the notes to be individual but quick. Like that. They're all going to be picked downwards. Okay, so right after you do that, we then put our pinky finger on the 14th fret of the high E string, and we pick that upwards. Okay? Very quick. Okay. So after that, we reposition our hands so that we can use our third finger to bend this 14th fret of the high E string up a half step, up to what's effectively the 15th fret. Okay? And then what we do is we take our third finger and we place it on the 15th fret of the B string, and you bend that up a whole step. So you have... So you have, then right here, we keep the finger bent up and we hit it again, up picking it, and then we hit the 14th fret of the B string twice, the 14th fret of the G, and then roll our first finger up to hit the 14th fret of the D string. So you have this. I'll do that slowly. Okay, then right after that, we hit the 12th fret of our D string twice. Okay, do that whole thing with me. One more time. Our motif, if you will. So we start the next section with our middle finger again on the 11th fret of the G string and our first finger barring across the 10th fret of the B and the high E. And we go straight up to the 14th fret, this time bending it up and back down immediately. And then we go back to the 15th fret of the B string. And same kind of story here, but we don't play the 14th fret of the B twice. Like that. So instead of we do, and right there we slide down to the 12th fret of the D string, to the 11th fret of the D, to the 9th fret of the D, and to the 12th fret of the A with our pinky finger. So we have this on the second time through. Like that. Do that with me. One more time. Right there, what we do is we take our first finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and we slide it up to the 12th fret of that same string. Okay, so we have this so far. Do that with me. Right there, we play the 11th fret of the G string to the 14th fret of the D string with our pinky finger to the 12th fret of the D string with our middle finger. Do that with me. Okay, so in context. Here we slide from the 11th fret of our G string down to the 9th fret. You hit that 9th fret again, then you slide down to the 7th and you hit the 7th again. So, like that. Do that with me. Okay, in context. next piece is the climax of the solo, and naturally that's just my favorite part, so I'm excited to show this to you. First, we start with a pull-off from the 9th fret of our G string using our 3rd finger down to the 7th fret of the same string with our index. We then hammer on to the 9th fret of the D string. So then we play the 7th fret of the G string again. So far we have this. Okay? Okay, do that with me. Then we play the 9th fret, but we immediately slide up to the 11th. So we have like that. I'll do that slowly. Okay. And now I'll do it faster. And then we bend that 11th fret up a half step. Do that with me. Okay, so now in context. Then right here we have this little piece where we slide up from the 14th to the 15th fret of the high E string, like that. Then you hit the 14th fret again. Hit the 12th fret of that same string. So you have this like, hit the 15th fret of the B, the 12th of the B, and then we hit the 12th of the G and the 12th of the D. So it'll sound like this. I'll do that slowly. Do that with me now. Okay? In context, it'll sound like this. Then right here what we do is we slide down from the 10th fret down to the 9th fret of the D string. And then we pull off from the 10th to the 9th fret of the D string. And slide down to the 7th fret. So you have this in context. Do that with me. After that, he starts singing again, and we have this little like post-solo lick kind of thing, but I'm going to include it in the solo, so here it is. We start with a bend up on the 9th fret of our G string, but we got to be careful here because this is a 1.5 step bend, meaning we're aiming for the note on the 12th fret, okay? It's pretty stout. Like that, okay? Then after that, we have a full step bend, and then we hit the bend at the top, and you let it back down. So you have this like, and then we hit the 7th fret of the G string. So you have this. Then what we do is we slide up from the 7th fret up to the 9th fret of the D string, go back down to the 7th fret, and hit it twice. So that post-solo lick will sound like this. Do that with me. Now I'm going to play the entire solo for you. Play along with me. And that, my friends, is how you play the first solo of Comfortably Numb. Next week, I'll be releasing a tutorial on the second solo of that same song. And if you wish to be notified of that video, please hit that bell. I sincerely hope that you're well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.